What's poppin', people? It's Dante. I'm thinking today about new photos, right? New photos are the only photos that matter, right? It's on to the next one, right? We don't need to dwell on the photos you made yesterday. You know, the photos you made yesterday, who cares, right? Who cares if you came home with a keeper? Who cares what you made yesterday? Let's push towards making new photos each day. As this, to me, is the ultimate goal in street photography, life in general, with everything. It's always on to the next one. And so with that in mind, I can't help but to look at my archive so far with the Ricoh in the past 6 months and see that I've already basically hit the 80,000 photo mark, okay? I've already made 80,000 photographs in the past 6 months with this camera in my hand. It's like, but this is nothing uncommon for me, you know? I photograph more than I should for my own good, but I think the more the merrier. This is something in my philosophy and way of photographing where anything that moves interests me, right? Everything around me is beautiful and everything is photographable, and there's no reason not to press the shutter a lot of the time. So I'm not as decisive as other photographers maybe. I like to photograph more. And you decide later which ones are keepers, right? We can't decide after this month, this week, the year is probably it, right? After a year you can decide. You know, that's probably the sweet spot. You know, I think that you actually need separation between your work to decide which ones are successful or not. But we don't dwell on them. We don't really care. We kind of just go on and keep making pictures. And when you do this for yourself and there's no one to impress and there's no reason to share with masses, yeah, I believe you put yourself in a better situation where you can have all the time in the world, right? We need more time with our photography. We need to spend more time making more and less dwelling on the past, less dwelling even on old photo books and what has been done before. You know, I believe that we need to just transcend all the traditions, transcend all the notions of what good or bad even means, right? Like a photo doesn't need any meaning. You know, a photo doesn't need a story. A photo doesn't need any technical capabilities or skills shown and visible, right? You don't need your settings right. You don't need anything proper. You just don't want to stop. You want to just keep photographing and make new work. The craziest part is that you don't even need any subjects to photograph. If you want to photograph details and textures around you, so be it. I believe that the photographs that we make should be able to be made anywhere in the world, whether you're in your backyard, like here in Philadelphia, or abroad in some exotic location. You know, I think that we need to kind of push forward with this new approach of photographing in abundance, right? Less decisions, right? Less precision, right? I think imperfection is beautiful. Everything's beautiful, and I think we should make more and more pictures, as these are the only things that matter to me, is making more and creating more. Less dwelling on the past. And so with that in mind, have a blast. Keep photographing, keep making more. Hey, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducks in a row. You know, repetition is key. I photograph the same spots very often. I'm always aware at this hour that people are gonna be waiting for lunch there. You know, and I know that it's a clean backdrop and I can work with it. So go out there and make more, practice more. Walk your city, walk your town, walk your village, walk up the mountains, walk down the riverside. Wherever you may be in this world, photograph is there for you to make. So today's message, ultimately, create more.